The objective of this lesson is to learn to find the surface area of prisms. That should be written in the box where it says objective on your notes. Learn to find the surface area of prisms. Now the surface area of a prism, which we use a capital S to show the surface area, is twice the base area, which is a capital B, plus the lateral area, capital L. The lateral area is just the base perimeter, capital P, times the height of the prism, which is H. Also, if you notice, what you're doing is you're taking that prism and you're unfolding it like this. This is called a net. This is what that prism looks like if you were to unfold it. So how do we find that surface area? To start off with, we need to find out what is our B. Our B is the area of the base of our prism. Remember when we have a triangular prism, the base is going to be the triangle. So remember, to find the area of a triangle is 1/2 the base of the triangle times the height of the triangle. And 1/2, 8 times 3 is going to be 12. Now the next thing that we need to find is going to be the perimeter of that base. If you notice, it says that this side here is 5, so this side's also 5, and the bottom's going to be 8. So the perimeter is going to be that 5 plus 5 plus 8. Remember, perimeter, we just add the sides together, which is going to be 18. Now the last thing that we need to know here is what is the height of the prism. The height of the prism is just going to be right here. That height is going to be 10. Now you're just going to take all these numbers and you're going to put them together to make the formula for finding surface area. So remember, surface area is 2 times the area of the base, which we found is 12, plus the perimeter, which is 18, times the height of the prism. When you put all this into your calculator, you're going to find that it's going to be 204 feet squared. So let's try another one. Okay, again, this is a triangular prism. So remember, when we're trying to find the area of that base, it's the area of a triangle, which is 1/2 the base times the height. The base is 7. The height of the triangle is 6. So when we do our calculations there, that's going to be 21 centimeters squared. Okay, so now what we need to find is we need to find the perimeter. Again, this is the perimeter of the base, which the base, like I said, is the triangle. It shows here that this is 7. So this one here is also 7. And it says that one's 7 also. So we got 7, 7, and 7. Which is going to give us 21. Okay. Now remember, our last thing we need to know is the height of the prism. And again, the height of the prism is going to be that line right there, which is 10 centimeters. So we're going to put it all together and find that the surface area, 2 times my B, B is 21, plus my perimeter, P, which is 21, times my H, which is 10. So the surface area, when we plug that all in, is going to be 252 centimeters squared. So let's look at this next one. This is one that you're going to do on your own, but I'm just going to help you out here. To find this third side, because we don't know the length of this side right here, but we do know that this is a right triangle. So we can use the Pythagorean theorem to do 6 squared plus 8 squared equals c squared, which is going to give me 100 equals c squared. So take the square root, and c is 10. So that's going to be 10 right there. Now you try this one on your own. Pause the recording now. Now if you did the calculations correctly, you should have found that the area of the base is 24 centimeters squared. The perimeter is also 24 centimeters. The height it's given is 13. So altogether you plug those into your formula here, and you end up with a surface area of 360 centimeters squared. So let's look at this next problem. Again, it's shown that we have a right triangle, but again, we don't know what that third side is. We know that, well, this side here is 3, that side's 4. Now we've got to find this missing side here. And again, that's just going to be 3 squared plus 4 squared equals c squared, which I'm going to get 25 equals c squared. So that side is going to be 5. So that's going to be 5 right there. That's the hypotenuse. But remember, the base and the height, they're still going to be 3 and 4. So go ahead and try this one again on your own and see if you can get the right answer. Go ahead and pause the video now. So if you did this problem correct, you should have gotten the surface area as being 156 centimeters squared. The area of the base would have been 6 centimeters squared. The perimeter would have been 12 centimeters. The height still 12. Plug that into the formula, twice the base plus the perimeter times the height, and that would have been 156 centimeters squared. Now let's try this one. Now look at this one. It says all outer surfaces of a box. So when it says box, we know it's no longer a triangular prism, but it's going to be a rectangular prism, are covered with gold foil, except the bottom. The box measures 6 inches long, 4 inches wide, and 3 inches high. How much gold foil was used? Well, first off, let's find the surface area, because remember, surface area is the area that covers something. So let's find the surface area of this box. So to find the area of the base this time is going to be a rectangle. And it tells us that the box measures 6 inches long by 4 inches wide. So the area of the base is going to be 6 times 4. Because that's how we find a rectangular area, is length times width. 6 times 4 is going to give us 24. And that's inches squared. So now, the perimeter is going to be us adding those sides together. We've got the 6 plus the 4 plus the 6 plus the 4. Remember, there's going to be 4 sides now because it's a rectangle. So that's going to be 20 inches. Now the height is given to us again. The height, they've told us, is going to be 3 inches high. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to find that surface area. Surface area, remember, is twice the area of the base plus the perimeter times the height. So when we do our calculations here, the surface area is going to be 108 inches squared. But we've got to think about this. It said that everything is covered except the bottom. So we're not going to cover the bottom of this prism. Well, how big is that bottom? Well, it's going to be the area of a base. So we already know that the area of one base is 24 inches. So we just need to take that 108 and we're going to subtract that 24 because that's not going to be covered. When we do that, we get 84 inches squared. That's how much gold foil would have been used to cover the entire prism except for the base. So let's look at this next one. All the outer surfaces of a box are covered with leather except the top and bottom. The box measures 5 inches long, 3 inches wide, and 2 inches high. How much leather is used? Again, you've got to think that this is a rectangular prism, not a triangular like some of our other examples are. Rectangular. So to find the area of the base, remember it's a rectangle, and it is 5 inches long by 3 inches wide, which is going to be 15 inches squared. And then to find the perimeter, we're going to add all 4 sides together. So you get 5 plus 3 plus 5 plus 3, which is going to give us 16 inches. Our height is going to be the 2 inches that was given. So we're going to plug all of these into that formula. Surface area equals twice the area of the base plus the perimeter times the height. So the surface area of this prism is going to be 62 inches squared. But remember, we were told that it's not going to cover the top or bottom. So each of the bases are 15. So you've got 15 and another 15. So that's 30 inches squared that it's not going to cover. So you're going to take that 62 inches squared and subtract the 30 inches squared. So you're going to have a total of 32 inches squared that is covered. When you finish with your notes, bring them up to me to check.